All right, what's going on, everybody? How are you up there?
All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right. What's up, everybody? We'll give it a couple of minutes for people to come in here, and then we'll get down to business. What's going on, Miss Can't Be Wrong? How you doing, Dave? Sally, what's going on? The Saxon, Classy Girl. What's up, Brad? Carlos, Joe Root, Becky Town. What's up, everybody? I guess there's a lot of stuff to go over and catch up from everything that's been going on the past couple of days, and we'll get into it in just a moment here.
Hello to everyone as well. Geez, why's everybody getting all fucking bent out of shape and excited about?
Yeah, I mean, you got people over here celebrating a fucking scumbag's possible fucking return to fucking the American soil. Unfucking
I mean,
believable.
I mean, Maureen never said he got deported. All she said was that he got detained.
Exactly. And I think that we'll get into it. So there's enough. Whatever. We got 60 people in here, so let's just get down to fucking business. All right. I was just trying to get caught up on some shows that happened yesterday. Apparently, I guess some shit went down on Suge Show last night, and then fucking Mickey's chat or whatever. And we'll just go over that and clarify and where we stand on everything as of right now. So basically, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I know from the people that I spoke to that are in the government that confirmed this with me, including the people that Maureen spoke to that told her that he was detained. I still stand on the fact that I believe that he is detained. There's been no proof whatsoever that this guy's at home in any sort of shape, way, or capacity. From what I understand last night, Mickey was dropping links on her show repeatedly on the StreamYard. He had yet to grab a link on the StreamYard and to show his face to show that he's actually at home. And then I guess Suge was on late last night, and all that happened was that there was a phone call where he allegedly called in and was whispering on a phone for about 10 or 15 seconds and then hung up immediately. He still hasn't grabbed a link on anybody's show, and he still hasn't shown up on YouTube. So I believe from what I heard last night on the show is that that was some type of either three-way phone call somehow that got called in and they hung up real quick because anytime you call from one of those facilities, you're going to hear this is a call from Miami-Dade Correctional Facility, shit like that. And they would have had to hang up real quick because they don't know when that message is going to pop up exactly. So I also don't know why he was on there whispering. Why wouldn't you just grab a link and show your face or go on your channel and just say hello to everybody? That's where I stand on it. So all these people saying, "Oh, I fucking knew it. I knew he wasn't there." You did 3 shows fucking talking about how he was detained too. So shut the fuck up. I'm fucking tired of hearing this shit from these people.
The way I feel is, first of all, you guys heard the recording, okay? This guy, the guy from the congressman's office, called Maureen out of the blue to let her know that he was detained. Okay, so she didn't just come out and start saying something all willy nilly. And another thing too is, he may have very well got detained, and he has a hearing date, and maybe they let him post a bail. But you know, as far as like I don't even care about if he gets fucking deported or not, because he's still gonna pay for his crimes that he committed on here.
Yeah, and for all these other people celebrating and shit that are happy that the scumbag, if it isn't fucking true what's going on, I didn't forget about any of you people either that want to support that fucking low life piece of shit. So don't think you're off the hook either. I'll leave that up there. And once again, we'll reiterate. No one ever said the guy got deported. All we said is that he was detained, and there's no proof that he wasn't. Not one person has shown that to this day.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, there's been 4 or 5 people behind the scenes that have said he was detained. As far as the people that I know, I haven't gotten confirmation back yet. I'm still waiting. These things take time. Uh, so but I was how do I say this? I'm really not supposed to even be saying this, but like since like December 17th, I knew something was brewing with him, and and the the uh, the word that I got was that possibly within the next 2 months something was going to happen to him. Um, exactly what? Who knows? But that something was going to happen to him from immigration. That had nothing to do with what he was doing with me. So whatever, you know. You got all these people saying that it did happen. A lot of people have friends that work with ICE, this, that, and the phone call that Maureen got. This isn't made up. If he got picked up and got bail, yeah, so what? If he never got picked up, which I doubt, so what? There too. I mean, the guy fucking disappeared. That motherfucker can't fucking disappear from YouTube. YouTube is like fucking heroin to him. So, as far as like him having this master plan, I doubt that very much.
Well, I also have to question the fact that how come everybody's changed their stories all of a sudden to we originally heard that what he was traveling around Florida on a work contract and he wasn't around, and then Silo when he got pressed for it after they heard he got detained, now he's claiming that he never spoke to him, nobody's heard from him. The Stone Sailor hasn't talked to him, he hasn't heard from him. They said they're worried about him. Then you got this idiot, and if I was JT, you know on Mickey's panel the other night, he's over here trashing the fucking rape ape left and right under the assumption that he got detained because they've been trying to get a hold of him. And Mickey's up there kind of chuckling, saying, acting like she knows more about the situation than anybody else. So she let him go up there and tear this guy up and rag on him that whole entire time, and knowing behind the scenes that he was actually home the whole fucking time. So if I was him, I'd be pretty fucking pissed off. Then he can obviously see where he stands over in that circle. Then if that's the case,
Right. And you're gonna tell me that at least 20 people didn't fucking call Tina up every day trying to find out what happened to him?
and nobody heard from him or got in touch with him, and nobody heard anything.
Yeah,
Explain
I
that.
don't give me that shit. People don't call people's wives. People will call somebody's wife when they think something happened to their husband. And what was she doing up at 3 o'clock in the morning?
That's the other part that I don't understand either.
And why did he just go and was whispering?
Yeah,
Probably
why
he
didn't
got
you
it.
grab the link and talk?
There's a few things that could happen. Maybe he got told to keep his fucking mouth shut, or else maybe he is still detained, or maybe he got bail and he was told to keep his mouth shut, or he was just told to keep his mouth shut in general when it came to certain people.
Yeah, which would explain why he's not on here and why he still hasn't said anything. So until I see him come on here on the YouTube and show his face or show that he's home or whatever, I'm still under the assumption that everything is exactly as we stated that it was until proven otherwise. The fact that little phone call happened or whatever, the couple of seconds on there, that doesn't prove anything to me. And like I said before, we'll mention this again. We said he got detained. It's very possible, if anything, that he was detained and he got a hearing and he's out on conditional release right now, which would explain why he's not been on here talking or saying anything. Maybe he can't. I'm not sure. They're saying he's in the chat asking for a link.
Yeah, and saying he's in this chat asking for the link.
Somebody, Cianci, is saying that he's in the chat asking for a link. I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, make sure if you do put the link there, make sure you put something up on the screen so you don't get porn bombed.
How do you even do that?
I wouldn't even worry about it. That's not fucking him anyway.
Yeah, I don't even really care. He has his own channels, though. Tell him to go on his channel and post a fucking live. I don't even want that fucking scumbag on here anyways.
Yeah, and besides that, what name is he under if he's in the fucking chat?
They're saying it's under sock accounts and somebody's hiding him. Maureen said.
Oh, so it's not really him then.
No, they're
Whatever
saying
the fuck.
I really don't care regardless and shit. He's got his
I
fucking
mean,
channels. He wants to go on, post a video, and go do that. There you go.
If he no, but if he's out there and he's looking to grab the link, I'd let him grab the link.
How do I put the thing on there?
Oh, like you know when you pull up like and somebody stop me if I'm wrong. When you like put up like something on the screen, like a picture or something, you know,
Yeah.
we all stay behind the picture.
Oh, I could just share.
Yeah. Oh, but and just don't first tell him to show his face in the back room before you even put him up.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
There's the link. I don't know what an overlay is. I don't even know how to do that. Somebody would
But
have to explain
just
it.
don't put him up on the screen. You'll see him in the back room waiting to come on. Tell him to show his face.
Yeah.
But yeah, but
I don't see anybody yet.
all right, so they didn't grab it yet, but just don't put them right up. Just make them show their face in the
Yeah. Well,
in the back room, like you know.
I got you. Hey guys, thanks. There's a couple people sent. Thank you guys. A couple people that sent stuff over. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Danny. You said what's up to everybody.
Hey, Danny, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I dropped the link. The link's there though. So if I could add this to the stage. So now what do I do? I just what is the option that I do? Just show
Hey,
that.
somebody give that well-known local guy a kick in his ass and send him on his way. Fucking blowjob from Angels chat talking about old men.
Why? What was he saying?
That same shit they always say about you.
Well-known local was talking about me.
Yeah, grab the fucking link, well-known local.
Yeah, any of them grabbed the link. I don't know who the fuck the guy that sounds like Kermit the Frog. That's the guy you're talking about.
No, he's from Angels chat. He's the guy that fucking paid for friendship over there and then started his own channel.
Yeah, he sounds like Kermit the Frog. He sounds like he's got a deviated septum from doing too much blow and couldn't get it fixed.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the fuck he sounds like.
Yeah, he's a fucking clown. Is that you, Mo? Let me see.
It's
Mo.
me. It's me.
All right, what's up?
All right, so you see on your sidebar of your StreamYard where it says comments, banners, media assets?
Yeah.
All right, click media assets.
Yeah.
Go down to where it says overlays, just hit one, that'll pop up on your screen. When you're done using it, just click it again on that from the menu. And that's not well-known local, that is somebody using his name.
All right. Well, he's still a blowjob because I heard him call me a rat one day.
Oh.
Well, hold on. When I click on this overlay, it's only you see that small thing it's adding on the screen right there?
I don't see it yet. Hold on.
It's real tiny. It's up in the top left corner, so I don't know why it's doing that.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't even care. Listen, if they're gonna come on, they gotta show me their face. I'm not even gonna worry about it, really.
Yeah, you can see that right in the back.
Yeah, I can see him in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody else can see it.
Yeah.
Right.
How do I remove? Oh no, I remove it here. Yeah. Hide it. Yeah. Okay.
So, what do you think about what we just said, Maureen?
Well, I'm going to stand by with what I was told. You know, they reached out to me, so
Yeah.
I believe, yeah, he was detained. If by some sort of freak of fucking nature that he was able to be released, he might have been told one of the conditions is to stay off the internet, and that's why he's using all his stock accounts and he's not, you know, going up on his channel or anything. But I mean, who knows? All I know is what I was told, and I'm going to stand with that.
Yeah, and all I know is that I dropped the link twice now. Nobody's grabbing the link, so people that are on here saying that
they're full of shit.
they're full of shit.
You
So
know, and honestly, other than him getting deported, the next worst thing to happen to him is not to be able to have a YouTube channel.
Right.
both
Right.
both are good with me.
Mm-hmm.
Either one's good with me.
Yeah, and this is the other thing too. For all these people that are gloating, pounding their chest, they're happy or they believe that we got something wrong or anything like that. Man, you could go fuck yourself. I had about enough of these fucking people on here. We didn't put out any bad information. The information that we got was corroborated by multiple sources. I'm
Yes.
still standing on the fact that he's been detained. I spoke to somebody that works for ICE. I also spoke to somebody that works for the government. They all said that he was detained. Nobody's spoken or heard from this guy in about a week now, up until whatever happened yesterday. And I stand on everything that we said. And until proven otherwise, I will continue to do so. If it turns out that he was never detained at that, we'll come on and we'll tell you guys that he never was. But I have no reason to believe that anything that we reported isn't exactly as we said. So that's where I stand with everything. The
And
person said he's in the chat. I just dropped another link. There's the link. Nobody's grabbing it. The guy ain't fucking. There it is.
Yeah, we don't have to prove that he got detained. That's what we were told. They have to prove that he didn't get detained.
Yeah, you have to prove he didn't. And now here's the other thing. Kasparov was spoofing. Did you not watch the whole video? It was a big fucking joke. He was laughing about it. And he said, I still believe that he's detained. That's what he said. So go back and watch the whole show, you idiot.
Right.
Yeah,
and like just like
he said.
Go ahead.
That whole thing he said, about us being scumbags and Maureen, whatever. I don't remember what he said. That was all a joke.
Yeah, he was doing a little skit to open up the show. So you obviously didn't finish watching or listening to the rest of the guy's show that he did. So
yeah, just in case some people don't understand what spoofing is, it was a joke.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. So
yeah, just like you.
Again, he's obviously not here and he's obviously not home. There's no reason why he couldn't have dropped and grabbed that link on Mickey's show last night. Why would he only go and call in on Shugs for 10 seconds the way that he did? I stand on that. I don't know how he did it, whether it was a phone call, a three-way, whatever it was, but
if he is out and he didn't grab the link, that's proof that he was fucking detained and now he's out on bail and he can't fucking grab the links and start talking shit.
Right.
There's somebody in the back, Jim Terry TV. Was that a troll?
No, that's JT.
Yeah, that's that JT guy.
Oh.
Put a freaking thing up if you're gonna let him up.
No, we don't need to get the show derailed. We got some things we have to talk about.
Mm.
They said that he grabbed the link on Shugs. It wasn't a phone call. I don't know. I just heard the audio of it. It sounded to me like I thought that they just were over the phone.
Could have been a three-way. I mean, we don't know.
No. When SoFlo, didn't he call Shug? And they put him on speaker?
No, that was he grabbed the link.
Yeah, so why didn't he show his
okay.
It was over the phone, though, is what I'm saying. He didn't show his face.
Well, I mean, listen, his wife could have grabbed the link and he could have been on the fucking phone talking, into the link.
Yeah, on speaker.
Right. Well, at this point, I don't want to assume anything. Look, we were told what we were told in the beginning. Like I said, I'm going to stand on that. I had 2 ICE agents confirm it, plus the phone from the congressman's office. So I'm not going to assume anything at this point. It is what it is. I stand on he was detained. If he was released, then okay, yeah, fine. Well, all right. Prove that you weren't detained. So,
like I said, I double checked and got it verified by 2 people before we came out and said anything either. So
right.
I'm certain he was detained, and whether or not he got released out on some type of conditional discharge, and one of them is not to be coming on here harassing people and shit like that, or it could be Big Tina's not allowing him to come on here because they got this shit going on right now, and she's worried about what's gonna happen to him. So
Mhm.
And according to the information I got, he was supposed to get picked up within a month or two. And if he didn't, I was told to give him a call and remind him if he didn't.
Mhm.
So, I don't know why they would say that to me. Obviously, they probably spoke to someone from immigration, and that's what he was told.
show your face, whoever's in the background right now. Who is this? Oh, this is the JT guy again. He's trying to get on here. I'll get. What do you guys want to do? You want to let him up for a minute or no?
It's your show, Common.
Yeah, just keep your finger close to that remove button. He likes the porn bomb.
If you do something fucking stupid, bro.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, man? What do
We'll handle this professionally. So I believe he is incarcerated, locked up, detained. I've said that. I fought with Angel for 4 hours about this. I have fought with Angel off the air. I have fought with Silo off the air. I have fought with Stone Sailor off the air. Whether or not you guys know this, in the last 72 hours, I am the only one with any interviews with local law enforcement, police, or family. In the last 72 hours, I've spoken with his first wife. The woman that he lives with now is not his wife. There is no common law marriage in the state of Florida. Angel is wrong
No.
about that.
Yeah, no, there is.
JT, you're mistaken on that. There is marriage relations out of Las Vegas.
Well, they could have filed for the license.
They got the certificate. I can give you the certificate number.
I would like to have that. But, I mean, whether it's his wife or it's not, let me tell you what I've done, because I am enthralled.
That doesn't even matter, anyways. It's
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, it kind of does. And I'm going to tell you why. So 3 days ago, when this thing started, 2.5 days ago, I sent the sheriff's department and the Hialeah Police Department to his home. Are you aware of this?
I heard something about that, yeah.
I did a welfare check. I'm treating this as a missing persons case until either side can prove anything. And I'm talking about verifiable proof, like I had with the Eric Foss body cam footage. That was verifiable proof, okay? Until either side has verifiable proof. So this is a missing persons case as far as I'm concerned. And there are two people that are missing, him and his wife. I have had...
Hold on one second. I want to address something, too, because I heard this idiot Mickey last night saying that, oh, well, don't you think that if he was a missing person, Tina would have filed a missing persons report? Why the fuck would she need to file a missing person report if she knows he got fucking detained by ICE, you idiot?
Well, let's just take some pawns off the table. So what I did is I says, what can I do if I treated this like a missing persons report? So I sent the Hialeah Police Department to his verified home. I spoke with several neighbors. Nobody, and I mean nobody, on that street, many of which have been residents for 30 years, have seen that man at that residence in almost 2 weeks. They've seen her. The Hialeah Police Department, which was live on my show, basically stated that it was a ghost town. There were newspapers and mail at the front door. Those freebies, nobody's been in that house. They also said something very interesting. Are you guys aware of this, or am I saying stuff you've already heard?
I didn't hear that much about it, but you're telling me.
So then what they also did was they also went to all three entrances of the house. They said that the house is split up into 3 entrances, and the Hialeah Police Department believe that there are other families that may have been living in that home, kind of like subletting it. So they actually went back again. Let's see, 16, 18, 28 hours later, they went back. This is all documented. It's all documented live on our show and documented with the police department in Hialeah. They said that he is not there. Nobody is answering the door. So like Angel would say, well, somebody could be at work. Okay, somebody could be at work. But the sheriff's department or the police department shows up, they put a card on the door. If she works for a law enforcement agency, she's going to call them back. Because who knows? Maybe he's at the police department. Pick him up. So after that, what I did was I went and I contacted his first wife. Very interesting interview that I had. Nobody has ever spoken to her. She talked about him being homeless. She talked about him being homeless, how he met her. She talked about a bunch of weird shit. Now, this woman was married to him in 1994, back when he had a long jerry curl down to the middle of his back. We tried to get the marriage photos, but she said she burned them. She's on her fourth husband. She then told us to contact a woman named Vega, who once he was divorced, he lived homeless in the city of Miami for a long time until he hooked up with her. Now, here it gets bizarre. We tried to find her and believe she was murdered.
Really?
After that, he got a hold of his brother. There's a brother named Eddie who lives in the area.
Yeah.
Eddie came on my show, and we interviewed Eddie for over an hour. Are you aware of this?
We heard something about it, yeah.
Eddie, who interviewed for over an hour, was the complete opposite. He had a massively thick accent. He talked slow. He's older. He told us that his brother developed, he believed what he developed homosexuality in prison. He said that his brother cross-dressed. He said that that is not the reason that they fought. He said he has never, and I mean never, spoke to any YouTube creators. So any, other than his brother, any YouTube creator that says that they've spoken to Eddie is lying.
Yeah,
He did.
I don't know who said they spoke to him or whatever. I've never heard that before. Whoever came up with that, but I just want to reel it back in and stick to the point at hand here about whether or not the scumbag got fucking detained or where he's at.
Well, hold on. We're gonna get to that because there's some movement today. I'm just catching you up to today, and I won't keep you much longer. So then, still nothing. So I wait for Angel's show last night. The reason that I give a shit about this is over the last 72 hours, I have received over 100 text messages from a man claiming to be him from several different Illinois numbers. And it culminated into a phone call today. And they're getting increasingly weird. So what I did was I told whoever this man is who's stating that he is SoFlo, that he had till 4 o'clock Eastern today, which is in another 90 seconds, to either come on a show, my show, his show, or anybody else with what I'm calling a proof of life. If he does not, I will, at 4:30 Eastern today, be filing a missing persons report in Hialeah County for Orlando Espinosa. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because I'm not going to call the wife's work. I guess she's got restraining orders. I don't know her, not a friend of mine. But they will go to her work and they will ask her. There will be body cam on. This will be the local police department. Now, what I can also tell you is that house has not had any law enforcement at it in 2 weeks. So if he was detained, it was not from the home. Now you're wondering, well, the police wouldn't have that information. The neighbors all have Ring doorbell cameras, and most of them are outside all day. They have seen no ICE presence at that house. So if he was detained, and I believe he was, I think he was detained from another area, if at all. So in about 90 seconds, I'm going to call the Hialeah Police Department, and I am going to file a missing persons report on not only him, but his wife. Now, the person that is contacting me with threatening things for Maureen Moe has an agenda. This is why I wanted to catch her up here. They want me, without ever hearing from this man, to wage a war against Maureen Moe without any proof. And I'm going to read this to you because it's insane. You interested in this, Maureen?
Let me say something real quick, but
let me grab my phone. Hold on. Go ahead.
Probably, I mean, there's also a real slim possibility he might be on the lam. Maybe he got word they went to the house and he took off, or they were looking for him.
Right.
Yeah, that's possible too.
Well, I mean,
Maureen, if you want to hear this, or are you good? You heard enough, or what?
I mean, listen, anything I ever had to say about Jim, I've said on panel. I don't talk about you behind the scenes. I don't talk to people behind the scenes. So whatever's being said is most likely bullshit or 100% bullshit.
Well, I don't even know that this is SoFlo, but this person is portraying themselves to be. And if this is a fugitive that's on the run and people are sending him cash apps and things of this nature, I am not. I was asked on Angel's show, and this irritated me last night, to send him cash apps to prove that it was him. Okay?
Yeah, that doesn't prove anything, because somebody could have his phone and just be texting you back, yeah, this is the message, this is the
100%. But the part that bothers me about it is if he is on the lam, if he's on the run, if he's a fugitive, and I'm sending him money, that don't look good. I'm not crowdfunding for this guy if he's on the lam. So I'll get to the stuff in the since today.
So what do you take it as? You know, Silo used to talk to the scumbag all the time. Sailor used to talk to him all the time. What do you make of it that they won't give you anybody's phone numbers to reach out or talk to any of them? That's kind of a smack in the face, no?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I've gotten everybody's phone number. I just wasn't able to get it from them. So
No, but
I
that's what I'm saying, though. They're supposed to be your friends, no?
well, I mean, listen, this is YouTube. I mean, what does that mean?
There's
I mean,
no
I've never met
friends on YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
okay.
never met any of these people. I know that Barbara Buffalo received a very bizarre Christmas gift from him, which is how I got his home address and everything because I have the packaging for that. So this started late last night, and I'm not going to read all of it because it's just saying, and it basically says, "Hey James, I want to talk to you. Good evening, Jimmy Action. Still don't believe it's me. I says I need you to call me." He says, "I've always proven everyone wrong." I says, "I'm not saying anybody's wrong, but this is a very easy game to win. All you've got to do is come out at a Denny's." He said, "Send me a Cash App." This is at 12:25 last night while I was live on Angel Show. "Send me a Cash App, and I will tell you how much it was." Okay, we'll play this game. I says, "Call me. I'm not sending you a Cash App." He says, "Don't put this number out there." I'm going to give you the number. I'm going to put it in the back chat.
I don't want the number, but go ahead.
You know what? Okay. He says, "Don't put that number out there, this number. Tell Jesse I want nothing to do with her. She looks like a man. I talked to your brother, Eddie," I told him. He says, "I know." I says, "What is your Cash App?" He says, "I still haven't seen the show. You know my Cash App." And he gives it. I didn't send him $1. He says, "Keep this on the low. We are opposites, me and my brother. Plenty of Cubans don't like Jesse," he says. I don't know what that meant. "Because I'm enjoying this. Moho has fallen for this hook, line, and sinker. They all have, and they will all be proven wrong." And I says, "Unfortunately, SoFlo, if this is you, I don't want to be taken for a ride, and I deal in facts. This has nothing to do with Angel, has nothing to do with me. I don't believe you. I think somebody has his phone and is able to read it. That's why you can't come out. You have a distinct voice." He says, "Taken for a ride. You and Marine have already been taken for a ride. I will be huge after this." I says, "How do you say the word hot dog in Spanish?" Right? He would know that. That's the only Spanish word I know, by the way. It's perro calientes. And he takes about 8 minutes and finally says perro calientes. So he went and Googled it, is how I'm looking at it. So he says, "Kathy just sent me $5. I contacted Kathy. She said, yes. Whoever has his phone and is contacting you has his Cash App. Here's where it gets weird."
He doesn't type like that, though. The guy's illiterate. He's illiterate. He speaks
Not only that, but there are women type emojis. And I have a feeling and I don't do a lot of texting. I think I know who's texting this to me.
Well,
But
did you hear Suge Show when he called in whispering last night?
Oh, I got that call today about an hour ago, which is why this all has culminated. I got that same call.
Well, what do you make of him on?
I want to get this out because this has to do with why this is going on and why they say that Marine Mo is in trouble. I said, grab the link. Come on up. Why wouldn't you come up? Do it on Crab Leg Friday. If they're lying, you'll make a shitload of money out of this because I'll put your Cash App up on the OTT. He says, "I was never arrested. I was never detained." He says, "Tell everyone that that Marine Mo is using AI." And I said, "Give me a call off the air and let me hear your voice. You have a distinct voice." He says, "You just want to record me." Now, this is this morning. And I says, "Yes," because I'm responding this morning. "Yes, I would record you in a fucking heartbeat." He says, "Always remember, I am the best." Now, he's using quotations and correct punctuation. This is not him.
Yeah, that's not him.
Why don't you just come out and destroy them? If you're not detained, if you're at a Denny's in Orlando or working on wires in Pensacola, all these people would look like total fucking assholes. Every single one of them. I am not taking a side because you are not part of my community. I won't say anything until you appear on a show. If you call me right now, I'll keep it quiet that you've got him by the balls. He says, "Why?" Because Sun Tzu, and I don't know who that is.
Sun Tzu.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Says so.
Hold on 1 second. There's an El Cid in the back. Show your face.
He says, "Jim, you already have egg on your face. So does Marine. You fell for the Casparosa and Marine scam. That's what I'm waiting for. They scam the people in their communities and the people on their channels. What you don't know is behind the scenes, Marine Mo has been collecting money for this, and he uses the word plight. I don't believe that SoFlo uses the word plight.
Well, hold on.
Okay,
He's
well,
he's in
pause
the
right
back-
there.
He's in the back room right now. Show your face. There's El Cid, Tony Action in the back room. Show your face.
Yeah, you don't show his face, then it's not him.
You don't show your face,
Right.
it's not you.
And not for-
show your face.
Not for nothing, Jim. I didn't collect a penny from anybody until the other night, which was the night I went live. And I was told that people wanted to donate to me because of the money that I put out for the paperwork that I was putting money out for. That's the first time I ever put my Cash App up. And
I
then
mean-
it was reported twice as fraud. So those people are getting their money back anyway. I
Can
didn't
you
even
tell
want to
who
put my
reported
Cash
it?
App.
Can you tell who reported it as fraud?
No,
That's
Show
hard
your,
to do.
show your
they don't
face
tell you that.
in the back. I don't know why you can't turn your camera on.
All it said was my account was reported for fraud. Any monies will be returned to the people that sent the money. So
You
go
can
ahead.
you can circumvent that because people tried to do that to me by having a business Cash App, and then they it's not as easy for them to do. But here's where it gets weird. He says that's what you should be examining. Why don't you go to war right now? They scammed
Mhm.
everybody. I want you to go on your show and tell everybody that Maureen Moe is scamming them and taking their money, making it look like I am detained. Maureen and Casperosa have committed fraud, and I've got them right where I want them.
Hold on.
I
there's
said to
something-
him,
Hold on. Turn. Show me your face. I don't care about a fucking computer chair, bro.
why don't you hit the 3 dots?
I did.
That'll tell you who it is.
Yeah, it's Tony Action. Yeah, it says he's showing me a computer chair.
But that could be Tina.
It could be his wife. Well, now
Right.
Maureen, you and I are on this. I think Tina is the one talking to me. I don't know why, but you and I are about to come to the same part in the road. I believe Tina is behind his. She would have access to his cell phone. Nobody else. And Tina, let me tell you something, honey. I don't deal with this shit.
Yeah, no threats on
So-
no, don't. Yeah.
No, I'm going to file a missing persons report. They're going to go to Tina's job and they're going to go to the house. He's a missing person. If nobody can prove where a grown adult is, then that's a missing person. It's not a crime to file a missing persons report. They'll figure it out real quick. But it says that's what you should be doing. You should be going against them. Well, now, guys, behind the scenes, I'm starting to feel like I'm being used as a tool. I says, listen, whoever you are, and if you are SoFlo or Tina, and I didn't say Tina, I said his girlfriend, until I have proof, I can't say that they scam people at all. There's no reason. You can't come out and prove them wrong, then this isn't you. He says, oh, ye of little faith. Well, I don't know a fucking grown man talks like that, right? And I says, okay. He goes, okay, sit back and enjoy. In 2 months, I will make myself known and go after Maureen. I says, it's not having little faith. And this sounds like a woman. If I don't hear from you by, and I gave him the time today, I will be filing a missing persons report on you and finding out what happened to my friend. Tim,
Well,
you
we're-
need to stop. So then he
Hold
goes
on.
like this.
Hold on 1 second. Where the person showed me a keyboard and now they just bounced off and left. Where the fuck did you? Why can't you show me your face? I don't understand this.
Because it's not him.
I
It's
seen
not
a
him.
man's. It was a man's hand holding up the middle finger in the front of a computer chair. It looked like.
Was it the
Well,
computer chair
tell-
that SoFlo was in front of?
Tell
Was
I
it
him
his
don't know.
studio?
Tell him to
I don't
say
know, it was a
something so
black
you
chair
can
that
hear the
looked like
voice.
Street something or some shit.
Next time that happens, take a snapshot of the screen. I'd like to see, and then you could show that picture. I'd like to see if it's his office. But then it gets really weird
Well-
because he says, Jim, you need to stop. Tony SoFlo, in the 8 months I've known of him and any show I've gone on, has never called me Jim. Ever. Never.
Mhm.
And I says, Jim, I thought I was Jimmy Action. And the person goes, don't threaten me. Don't threaten me. I says, then give me a call. This is not a threat. If that man is deceased and something happened, I don't want to get caught in a jackpot. He said, you don't run anything. I do. Sit back and enjoy. I said, nothing about this is enjoying. I'm not enjoying anything about this. This is not enjoyable. This is annoying. All you got to do is call me and let me
So-
know that it's you, and I will not
So-
file the.
No shit, it's annoying. He's been attacking me every day for 2 years.
Yeah, I don't listen. I I don't know where things stand right now, but look, somebody's grabbing a link. They're not showing their face. Somebody
Tell him
asked
to
if
say something.
Well, this is real easy, guys. Let me
Hold on.
quarterback this.
No. This is my show. Hold on. He showed me a piece of a computer chair. I don't even know what his computer chair looks like. It was a black computer chair that said Street Viper or Street Vapor, Smart Vapor, some shit like that, and a keyboard. But they wouldn't show me the face or show anything. So
Can you hear?
hold on. They're in the back now. Show me your
him to
fucking
say
face,
something.
Street Vape.
Ask him to say something.
I
Your
have
voice
just
is-
hold on, guys. I have just texted the person that I believe is coming up behind there a number. The person that is behind this name that's coming up, if this is really you, I texted you a number. I have not told anybody here that number. Show with your fingers the number that I texted you or put it in the back chat. If you can't do that, then you're not that person. Because whoever this is watching this show right now. Because they're saying, oh, I can't believe you're talking to her.
He's showing me a bed sheet right now. What the fuck are you
Show
doing?
me a number. I put a number.
3.
Yes, that's the number.
So why can't you show me your face? Why can't he show? You want me to bring him up? He's right here.
Whoever that is talking to me. But I'm not saying it's SoFlo.
Well, Common.
Yeah,
It's
right here.
very.
Who's this?
Sunsu. Wait. That's a motherfucker! Later.
That was him! That was him!
Yeah, but still, that really doesn't prove anything. Like I said, if he was deported, I'm not deported. If he was detained and by some freak of nature he got out on something, he was probably ordered to stay off the internet. If in fact that's what happened, right? So now that all the stock accounts are coming out, so if he shows his face, he just buries himself some more by not staying off the internet.
Hold on. I mean, can you guys go, Common, can you go back to your show and replay that 4 seconds or whatever? I would like to, you can go to your own channel and replay that. I'd like to hear that because I'm telling you what, that sounded like him.
No, that was definitely, it sounded like him, but it was weird.
Oh, that definitely was his voice.
Yeah.
You
It was
didn't hear
him.
that static? You didn't hear that static and shit before he spoke, though? That was weird.
Well, I've been getting those type of calls. So the person that called me today called me with what sounded like a man acting like a woman. And then I said, SoFlo, if this is you, then your brother was right. Obviously, you learned to be a woman in prison. And he started laughing, and it sounded like his laugh, but I couldn't record it quick enough. So I thought I made him laugh, and I'm like, well, maybe that's him. Guys, that was fucking him.
Jim.
Yeah, well, it was him last night
Right.
too. So
Jim.
Yes. Holy shit.
You know they have tablets where they are, right?
yes.
No, I don't know.
Yes.
Where is he?
Well, any place he goes to, they should have tablets. All
They do have
all-
tablets or
jails and
phones.
prisons have tablets. now.
They're showing me a computer chair, and I'll be honest, the hand didn't look
Well,
like
do
a
they
woman.
have computer chairs in wherever he's locked up at? I mean,
No, I'm not saying he's showing you where he is. What I'm saying is he could be connected to Tina through the tablet. You understand? And she
he
can
says,
grab
look,
the
they
link.
are.
She-
So it's interesting that you say that because all the phone numbers that are calling me are all computer numbers. They're not real phone numbers. So they're all computer generated numbers. Like when I call him back, they're Google numbers. So that would make sense as to how he doesn't have a phone, but a tablet. That you nailed it. So, but that was now
So-
that doesn't mean that he's not locked up.
he can call from the jail through the iPad, and she can grab the link and just play his voice, and he can talk to you.
Well, here's what I
Yeah,
don't
that's
understand.
why I don't understand. Like, you're gonna show me a computer chair, the bed sheet, and a keyboard, but you can't just show your face. in
Well,
the
he
back.
might not be allowed to. What's the fella's name in the top corner with the white T-shirt on? I'm sorry, I can't see the name under your picture.
My name's Howie.
Howie, let me ask you this. You keep saying police or when I contacted the Hialeah Police Department and the Sheriff's Department on my show live, we had them run everything. There is nobody with his name And everybody's like, well, there's 5 of that name in that county. Yes, there are. But there's not 5 people with that Orlando Espinosa name, with his birth date, with that address anywhere. There is
What do
no.
you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I keep saying police.
Well, you said locked up. When you say locked up, so he's not in the police department. I will tell you that right now.
No. What I'm saying
What do you
is
mean?
when you're locked up, you have access to an iPad or a tablet.
In ICE lockup?
Yes.
In any
Okay,
lockup.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have certain requirements and they need to be able to communicate. They have phones and tablets and shit like that on their website. If you go on there, it tells you.
And they're allowed to make phone calls. He could have very well called her on another cell phone, and she grabbed the link and just put the phone next to the fucking speaker.
Yeah,
Well, this doesn't prove that he's loose. It just proves that he's alive.
Yeah.
But very, very bizarre. But I don't know why he's choosing me as a conduit for this. But here's my question. Okay.
Yeah, why is he not talking to the fucking clown Silo, that lying motherfucker over there? He said
So listen, wait a minute, hold up. Listen, pause. It says yes, ICE detainees often have access to tablets and sometimes limited function smartphones, primarily for communication, messaging, video calls, and legal counsel, and accessing legal resources, entertainment, or for case management. Through personal phones are generally confiscated upon entry. Availability varies by facility, but tablets are known for connecting with family and lawyers, while some released individuals get tracking phones and personal devices are held until release.
Let me ask you this, Maureen. You said he's married and you have the paperwork out of Las Vegas?
Yes.
Okay, then how is he an illegal citizen? Educate me on that.
Because they passed the law. They don't do that anymore.
They don't do that anymore.
How long ago was he married?
Hold on.
Over the summertime, I think, right?
I want to say either April, May, June.
You can't
April or
marry
July.
for citizenship anymore.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. They put a stop to that years ago.
Okay, so he is legally married.
And to clear something up too, because I heard that idiot sailor talking about the wet foot, dry foot policy and the Cuban Adjustment Act and all that stuff. President Barack Obama put a stop to the wet foot, dry foot policy. That was under his administration back in 2017. That got put to an end. So, or no, was it 2000? Yeah, I don't know the exact time, but Obama ended the policy, and then Trump repealed the act while he was in office also. And then the Cuban Adjustment Act, that doesn't give people who commit crimes the way that he has, that were ordered deported back in 1986, the right to remain in the country anyway. So that deportation order that he has, it still stands right now, because we called the INS, the courts that handle all the immigration stuff, and she said that order was never appealed. So
I guess the $1 million question here, though, and Howie, and even Maureen, is, Maureen, if you went through all this, which I believe you did, I believe everything you've said about this, there's nothing about it I would question, but play devil's advocate with me. If you're calling congressmen, and I even thought I heard you say that you took a trip to Florida, you drove down there?
I never said that, but he was married 7 of 24 in Vegas.
yeah,
Oh shit! That's a football season ago. That's nothing. I mean, that I thought he was married like 8 years ago. Okay.
That was when he was being sued by Suge. That was when that whole court case was going on. That Suge filed charges against him for, I believe, aggravated harassment, and he ran to Vegas and he got married.
Yeah, that makes sense, and that precedes me. There's a lot I don't know about this guy, but let me just ask this one question, and I'll leave you guys alone. Here's what I don't understand. If I spent, and I listened to your entire show several times, if I spent the kind of time it sounds like you did on this, and I had a team of people around me that spent the kind of time that you guys did on this, with the paperwork and the intricacies and the phone calls and the money and whatever it costs, because I know this stuff isn't cheap. There's paperwork. I know this world to a degree, just not with immigrants. And you did all this. Why don't you have more proof that he was detained, like the place where it happened, the time that it happened, the guys that got him? Why don't you have more?
Because the system is all jammed up, and it could take up to 21 days before they hit the system.
Yeah, so I spoke the person that I spoke to when all this was being under question. I went and called somebody that I know that has access to the system, and then I called the people that handle the INS and the records and the cases in Miami, in that area that they're in with the field office. They told me that they're overwhelmed right now, and they've had people that haven't been showing up in the system for almost a month at a time right now because they're backlogged. So they could very well be in the system. They just haven't gotten it updated as
Let
of
me
right.
let me ask this a different way.
Well,
That
wait a
would be
minute.
like,
They're not allowed to tell you where they're
They
being
can't tell you.
detained.
no.
Yeah.
I'm not telling. Well, hold on. Let me say this a different way because maybe I'm making this confusing. I would think because this guy wasn't just some guy that got deported, this violent felonious criminal. This is a guy with a history against women and all that. I believe all that. There's a little more to this than just some random guy that
Hold on,
came
Jim,
in from on the boat tire. Why haven't they?
Jim, hold on 1 second, man. I'm trying to explain this to you. Hold on 1 second. The congressperson that Maureen was dealing with called her to tell her because they've been going back and forth every week via email. He called her and she missed the call and she called the office back. And his assistant went to him and asked him and told her that they finally heard back from ICE that he was detained. And if you listen to the call, he said he's in the Miami Detention ICE Center. That's what the guy said on the phone. So why would she or anybody else need to look it up any further when he's the one telling
Well,
her?
no, I'm not saying look it up as to where he is. I'm saying, okay, because if somebody would have told me that and I spent this kind of time, I would have said, when did you get him? Where did you get him? And how did you get him? Do you have the ability to ask that question?
Well, if you listen to the phone call, he says he was detained. He goes, I do not have the date or something to that effect
but I
of
know
when
the
he was detained, but
Yeah.
he is in custody.
Do you know where he was detained? They get him at his
So-
house?
He
No.
said the Miami Dade Detention Center, ICE Detention Center. He
Oh,
said
you mean where was he grabbed up?
Where was he? Yeah, did they grab him at a Starbucks or Denny's or at a gas station or at his house? There's nobody
didn't say
around
that.
his home that
They
saw
didn't say
this.
that. They didn't say
Yeah,
that.
they didn't say that.
Aren't you curious as to where that was?
Well, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that they're not allowed to tell you.
That's the other thing too, is that if you call one of these places and ask for the information on one of the detainees and shit like that, they're not even supposed to tell you anything anyway. So
Yeah, but I would think this would be a little bit more serious because this is a guy that was being a predator towards this woman. So this is
Mhm.
different than just some random Mexican guy that was loose. This guy was actually coming and threatening somebody. I
What?
would think they would give her a little bit more information to give her peace of mind because let me ask you something. If this guy's
Well,
on the loose,
he said on the phone, you're not going to have to worry about him again. I hope you can, rest easy. Basically, that's what the guy said on the phone.
Right.
So why would she not take his word for
well,
it?
and listen, and I was right
And
with
Jim,
you.
Jim, I'm not the only one that he was doing this with. There is a woman who has an open restraining order out on him.
Yeah.
I'm not the
Right.
only person that he's done this to. The reason I took the steps that I took was because number one, he attacked me for no reason. And he even says that online when he was in an argument with Chicago Maggot. He said, the only reason I have a problem with this lady is because I defended you. And that is because I called out Maggot because he lied about his father's POW time served. And he lied about other things, plus the stolen valor. That's the only reason he started coming at me,
What's
was
weird is that
because of someone else. He
Maureen,
involved himself.
the congressman tells you don't have to worry about this guy. He just came up on a podcast. I
Exactly.
mean, isn't that a little concerning? I mean,
Well, hey, while you're here, because I noticed you were on the show the other night when you were questioning Mickey about the whole MRE situation and shit like that. She was
I am
lying.
fascinated by that topic. I've never spoke
Yes.
to MRE.
Yeah, she was lying through her teeth about everything that she told you regarding the whole timeline and everything like that. She said that we were making shit up and lying about it. No, we weren't. That woman was given all of the information about the Nazi, white supremacist shit, about the government cooperatorship with the paperwork. The only information that came out after they no longer were dating or whatever was the information regarding the shit with his niece or whatever. And she still
Are you
defended
pro
it.
MRE or not? Common.
Huh?
Is he? I don't know who likes him and who doesn't. I can't keep
He's
up.
a fucking diddler.
Fucking scumbag. He's a fucking chomo. He's a Nazi rat.
Then
fucking
why
piece of-
do other shows like Sashio and others, or maybe not Sashio, but why do other shows like him and deal with him?
Because they don't like us.
like us?
But what he did, so when he did kind of come after me one time, and I talked to that little Rhode Island police department up there. They were that's a very real thing. I mean, what he did was a very real thing. And listen, we got enough battles to fight without going after that douchebag. But it seems like there's a lot of people that like him. How could anybody look at that background and deal with him or
Well,
support him?
that's because they don't care about the
They don't care.
background because they're probably racist themselves. They don't care about cooperators. and you know, they probably don't care about the fucking diddler. It's real easy for them to say like, well, there's no proof, just in order to stay friends with him.
Oh, there's definitely proof. So you're telling me Angel knew that guy's nasty background before she picked him up from the train station?
Yeah.
Everything but the diddler part.
Everything with the diddling shit that came out afterwards. But she knew about the diddling shit even after the daughter and him, after the whole chicken pot pie when she invited him over for the sleepover and shit like that. Nobody knew about the relationship between MRE and the daughter. It wasn't until MRE went on his show for whatever reason and told everybody about it. That's when she started going back and calling him out and saying that 2 lawyers told me to stay away from you. You lied to me on all these shows. You did have IEDs. It wasn't 3 mortars in a coffee can. You are a white supremacist. That is Hitler on your fucking arm. She didn't start doing all that shit until MRE started talking about their private relationship and sleeping over her house and shit like that. See, she was still defending him, even with the pedo shit and all that other stuff, because she didn't want MRE telling everybody about his relationship with her daughter because she was worried about what people were going to say. And it wasn't until MRE told everybody about it, that's when she started questioning everything. And that's what my whole...
He's gone from over there now. I mean, I don't think I'm the reason he's gone over there, right? I mean, he was gone before I got there, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know that I
a couple months before.
Yeah, I mean, I've never spoke to him. You know what I mean? I don't, not that way anyways. Okay, so he's off your list. He's okay. Is Sashio a friend of this show's?
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine.
Okay, how about Gunsmoke? Where's he fall?
Yeah,
He's a friend
He's
of
a
mine.
friend.
Yeah, that's a friend.
Because he's a friend. What about there's a couple of what about there's a bunch of these M things. What about Mob Rat Hunter?
Blowjob.
Oh no, he's a clown.
Why is he a clown?
That was the guy that used to talk to my dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be fucking MRE's buddy over there.
See, Jim, you know what my beef is with these people? Okay. I'm a government cooperator, all right? According to Angel, I put away her father's friends. Okay. So now these people portray themselves as mob rat hunter, mob rats exposed. Meanwhile, the MRE is a fucking rat himself.
Yeah.
With Angel, she wants to call me a rat, but her brother's a fucking rat.
I don't know that world, and who ratted who out. And to be honest with you, that never really interested me. I mean, I just assume everybody rats everybody out. But let me ask you this: explain to my community, who's now coming over here in droves, what's the difference between being a rat and ratting out SoFlo? Wasn't this a rat job?
Yeah, under organized crime rules, everything that people are doing on here is being a rat.
However, the people that he's on here attacking are normal, everyday fucking citizens and shit, whose families he's harassing, for people that he's going after and doing all this shit to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, if you go back in time, he actually had a woman followed home from work.
not only that, but SoFlo's been down to every fucking police station that he can fucking go down to and file restraining orders against people, reports on people, threatening to fucking sue people. So he's the rat of all fucking rats because
when
he
do you
comes
guys think there will be paperwork that shows that he's locked up somewhere? Where will that paperwork appear?
Eventually it will. Eventually it will.
That's crazy.
Until proven until proven otherwise, the information that we got from government sources and from the congressman's office that this guy got detained, and the timeline of everything that's transpired over the last couple of weeks, the fact he's been missing, tells me that we were absolutely right. Now, we never said the guy got fucking deported. We said he got detained. Now, whether or not he got some type of conditional release and he can't come on the internet and harass people or do any of that shit, I don't know. But that would explain a lot, wouldn't it?
Well, are you in agreement with me right here today that was him that called in and giggled or whatever? I mean, that was him.
Yeah, that was him.
I mean, we drew him out. So here's what I'm kind of working this through backwards with a piece of paper here. So the way he was able to verify the Cash App, so that was him talking to me on the phone through text.
That doesn't mean he's home.
Well, no, hold on. Let me finish. What I'm saying is the reason he was able to see his Cash Apps in real time is because he was able to see them on the tablet, not on his cell phone.
Right.
Okay. Now it makes sense. So Maureen, he is also, so I'm getting more text messages. He also says that I am on your hit list. Will you be deporting me back to Poland?
Why are
were you
Jim, you're
born
the
here?
listen, Jim, not for nothing. You're the one who seems to have a problem with me. I don't even bother with you. But you're like you got your balls in a bunch that you want my information. You want to see my face and all this stuff. You know, I don't know what your deal is with me. You're saying that I hang around woman beaters and all this shit. That is not true.
You like Foss?
Do I like Foss? I know Foss from the internet. Do I have an issue with Foss? No, I do not. Was I
I mean,
happy
he
with
went to a
what
woman's
went
house.
down? No.
But wait a second. When did he beat up a woman, Foss?
Well, I mean, hasn't he been arrested for that? Didn't he smack a chick on the ass in a bar, some weird shit like that? I mean, where do you draw the line with these people? I guess is the thing.
He beat up her brother, man, or put a
Oh,
brother.
yeah, he did. He got the brother in the headlock, not the girl. You're right. Okay. His girl broke the other girl's leg, who, by the way, that girl, Michelle Meltdown, is now in his chat kissing his ass. She called me the other day. This is what fired me.
Listen, hold on. I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't have nothing to do with that situation.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
what happens with this? Okay, so he gets detained, he gets deported in a month or 2 months or whatever. Can he ever come back? I mean, can he get in a storage container and float back? I mean, how does this happen?
I hope they put him on the fucking refrigerator door in the middle of the Atlantic, and if he can make it back, good riddance. How about that? That's
Listen, him. So far, him being able to say stuff on YouTube isn't 100% proof that he's out. Okay, and if he's out on bail, he still has hearings to go to. I like to see how he's going to explain to the judge what he has done productively here in the United States and why they should let him stay.
Well, what's interesting, the part that 100% convinced me that Maureen was telling the truth, despite people on my side of the fence telling me I'm full of shit. And I'm like, no, I go for facts. I'm like, I'm treating this like a missing person. This is fucking weird. Is when she said she had to send in the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are a bunch of people that take clips of me and saying the N-word or saying this, like, look, he threatened to kill somebody. He's going to blow. And I'm like, no. I had somebody who said it. I was referencing it. And I sent in the whole clip. Believe me, I've had law enforcement agents call me over the last 4 years, not FBI and not, Department of Homeland Security or whatever, deportation. I'm an American citizen. But I'm telling you, I've had them call me and they're like, hey, listen, we got 16 hours worth of clips. Do you have the entire show? Yeah, it's show number 32 on my platform. They go to it. They're like, okay.
Well, so all right. So here's the thing where we stand here. It's the first time we're speaking, whatever. You're up on the show. Maureen's up on panel. She said it was all right that you came up here to talk or whatever.
We've never spoken, Maureen.
Are you going to agree? Are you going to agree to, Maureen doesn't have a personal issue with you, but you seem to take a lot of stuff personally to try to get her information and shit like that. Can we come to some type of agreement where you're just going to drop this shit and keep it moving and focus on the
100%. But let me tell you, Maureen, why. You ask a lot of good questions. And I think I answered some of these.
Can I lock you into that moving forward that you're going to drop that shit because
Well, I mean, I want to make sure that it's mutual, and let me explain why. There are a lot of people that are in my circle that I guess maybe have come under your circle, and I could sit here and name them. You know who they are, that have said, and I get calls on a daily basis about you, Maureen, that you are trying to do to me and your little group, you and Angela, the co-defendant, some of these people are trying to do to me, not deportation, FBI agents, police officers, detectives. Are you actively doing that behind the scenes to me, Maureen?
No, I am not.
No, nobody is.
Or do you know anybody that is in your group or on your side of the fence?
Absolutely not.
So you've never heard from Watcher of Crazy or from Leanne that said that this is how we're going to do this?
No.
They say hello in the chat.
We only chat in the chats. I do not have any numbers. I do not have any emails. Nothing. I have nothing to.
Well, hold on. When Watcher of Crazy went on her show, Leanne's show the other day, and said, and she quoted all this stuff about a bounty. Because that was interesting, too. They offered a bounty for her information and this and that. Jim Terry, you're next. Jim Terry. It's almost like they're making it seem like, and you could go watch it, that they're taking playbooks from you. You are the head of this circus for them to come after me.
Absolutely
and
not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think what happened is
the bounty is offered on me. SoFlo has a $1,500 bounty out for my information.
You really think he'd pay that?
No.
What a 1%er? You
You don't know
mentioned
what
it
a
on
one
your show.
percenter is?
A
I
one
have.
You don't know what
I've
it,
heard three different things. I heard it was a motorcycle gang. I heard it was the
It's
upper.
not. It's not a motorcycle gang. The 1%er patch is that you're the 1% of the population that lives the outlaw lifestyle. You're a biker, basically. That's what 1%er is. It's not a motorcycle group. You could be a 1%er and belong to the Hells Angels, the Mongols, any of these things. There's a whole bunch of
Marine,
different.
how long? I mean, I've never seen anybody on YouTube, with the exception of two people. One was Parasite Slayer, and I kind of know who he is, and you. Don't you think it's just a matter of time before somebody figures out who you are?
probably.
And then what?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm just not going to
Yeah.
make it easy for anybody.
Listen,
But don't you think that kind of makes it a little bit? Is there? I mean, and you don't have to tell me, but I'm fast. Is there
Jim,
skeletons in
listen.
your world?
well, no,
Jim,
no.
listen, I don't have a criminal record. I've never had a DUI. There's nothing in my past that I should be ashamed of or embarrassed of. The only thing is I see how some of these people operate on YouTube to where they dig into you, they harass your family and all that stuff. I'm not going to make it easy for these people. That's all. I'm not afraid of nobody. I don't expect anybody to be afraid of me. I am who I am. I have
You
nothing
don't have
to
a
hide.
giant. Okay, so I'm getting a text message here that says, "Ask her if she has a giant head like Jesse Rock. Do you have a giant head?"
All right, don't do
All
that
right,
shit. Here.
you know what I mean?
Well, listen, if we're gonna call a ceasefire here and everything's done, and I believe you and you believe me, let me ask you this: can we also do the same thing with Angel Gotti? What do we need to do to squash all that?
Listen, Jim,
You're talking to her
the
specifically.
short, let's just put it this way. I only come out and reply to things that are said about me, okay? When it comes to that person. That is it. I've asked that person numerous times in emails to please stop mentioning me, stop mentioning my family. I don't care whatever you want to say. Don't pull me into your stories. Please refrain from doing that. I was threatened with, she's going to file a lawsuit against somebody and I'm going to be named in the lawsuit as her way of doxing me. So I countered her with that. If that's the way you're going to do that, then I will also counterfile against you for malicious intent and malicious prosecution and filing and all that stuff. Because that would be your way of doxing me with, you know, that would just be her way of doxing me.
Yeah,
The
there's a
only
lot
thing
of
I
ways to
asked
do it.
her, the only thing I keep asking her is just leave me and my family out of her mouth. That's it. But she keeps going and going and going. I'm not going to sit back and not defend myself, just like you wouldn't.
Do you think, yeah, because you really never had a channel. So they also told me a rumor about you that you hired a company to scrub your stuff off the internet. Is that true?
That's not a rumor. I came flat out and said that. Yes, I did.
What is the company?
What does
Like,
it
if I
matter?
wanted to do that, and scrub shit, like, do they just start nailing
Google
stuff?
it.
It's
Google
called
it.
scrubyourinformation.com.
Yeah, you can Google it.
What's the company that you use, Marine? Because whatever it is, it must be good.
It doesn't
Well,
matter. Just Google it. You can use
I mean, I'm not giving the name out. I mean, it's plain and
What
simple.
type? What's it called? Is it called like a cyber angel? What do you Google to find a company like that?
All you have to do is go in Google and type in "scrub my information off the internet," and there's companies.
Because I've got like 5 Facebook pages that are total bullshit. It's not me. And I'd like to get those things nailed, shit like that. I mean, there's people that do this continuously, but I think when you're the point of contact, and I'll let you go with this, Marine, there are a lot of people behind the scenes that, especially after this, that put you at the point of contact with all this stuff.
Right.
You know, so you can see why, and they don't let people come up on each other's panels and talk and things of this nature. But all three of you who's been around this long enough have got to agree there is a lot of money, content, numbers, and interest in this type of shit. This fighting draws. I mean, how many times can we talk about what John Gotti did in prison? I mean, give me a fucking break. That's boring. People want to see people fight. They want to see this SoFlo thing is fucking fascinating.
Yeah,
It's a
but you see, that's the whole thing, Jim. I didn't come onto this platform for all that drama and the fighting and the going back and forth and all that bullshit. I came on I found somebody that I knew that was on here. I reached out. I thought as though, we picked up from where we left off. SoFlo didn't like things that I was doing, so he started attacking her brutally, attacking anybody that I had a wrench in their chat, all this shit. Do you think I came on for this? I'm not in for this into this for the money. I'm not into this for the clout, anything.
Jim, do you
I
know
just
that?
I just
Carol
want to
and
be a regular
Kathy and
I just want to be a regular person on YouTube that goes into the chats, has a good time, chats with people, you know what I mean? That's it. This whole when all this fucking started, it took a left turn. So,
And
all
it's
right.
not
Well,
like
I
I'm
mean, listen,
looking.
I'll go back to my group. I will speak to Angel and all them. I will Silo and all those people, and I will do my best to keep it that way. I mean, I'm glad we had this. And listen, this is SoFlo, whatever it is. I think it's fascinating. I mean, listen, good work. I mean, and I think there's some people over there that are mad at me because my phone is blowing the fuck up. That I wasn't like, nope, SoFlo's free. I'm
Oh,
like, no, he's
yeah.
not free.
oh yeah, you're gonna
They're
get
going to be pissed that you spoke to us, Jim.
Well, hey, listen, the lion doesn't worry about what the sheep are thinking, but there's one thing we could do here that would, I mean, and Carol and Kathy, I mean, there's some older people, and I don't know everybody's backgrounds and who knew who before I got there.
I don't know any of them women or anything that's going on.
Well, I think Maureen
I got
supposedly she knows Carol and whatever, but here's
No.
the deal.
Wait,
Hold-
that
hold-
whole listen, real quick. That whole thing with Carol, we spoke a couple of times on the phone. That was it. When the first implosion happened between me and Angel, I reached out to Carol. That could have been maybe 8, 9 months ago. Could have been a fucking year ago. I reached out to Carol. I actually tried calling her, and she was in Angel's show, either in the chat. I think she was on the chat. So she didn't answer the phone. So I texted her, call me when you get a chance. And she said, hun, I'll call you after the show. And then she never called me. There was no other calls from then on. That's why I said I'm still waiting for a call back.
Yeah, I didn't know that you knew her that. And listen, Carol
Well,
I
is
don't know. I
always-
don't know her. Like I said, we've only
Oh, you
spoken
don't?
Okay.
maybe 3 times.
guys,
Hey,
listen.
Jim, what do you think of Silo?
Silo's an interesting person. You're talking about Silo, not SoFlo. So Silo. So I didn't really know much about him. I think he is really good on a panel. He's never been a co-host on my show. He's better than Lee Cole. I mean, if you're talking about him on a platform, I don't know much about his life. And people have contacted me and said, ask him about Kimbo Slice and stuff like this. You know what I mean? And I listen, I mean, that's not like,
Hey,
Well-
he's the one who started the rumor that MRE might be the father of Angel's
and
daughter.
I've heard videos and audios about that, but see, that's Angel's show. If she's good with it, who am I to say she can't have him on?
I'm not telling
no,
you
we're
to
not
say
saying that.
anything. I just asked you how you feel about it.
What's your
I
opinion?
think he's good for her. I think he's better than I don't remember the black girl's name. He's better than Lee Cole. He's better than Scroop It. I mean, listen, if I clean things up over there, it would look a hell of a lot different, but it's her show. And guys, don't let her kid you. She is making mounds. That show is a monster with the plus. I mean, that's a $10,000 a month channel, whether you believe it or not.
We
but,
know that.
Yeah, we know
I mean,
that.
Nobody has a problem with
it's
that
all
either.
because of you. You did that for her. You made her
well,
show.
listen, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was man on the inside.
If you leave, all of that shit goes down the tubes.
Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
I mean, how you're speaking to the
Silo-
choir here.
Silo, did you find it funny the other day when that woman came up there and asked Silo what branch of the military he was in? And he said he was never in the military when previously on the show he was showing his DD-214 paperwork up.
Yeah, that goes before. I didn't know Silo said he was in the military. The only thing I've known about Silo is a story about his son playing hockey and all that kind of stuff. But I really don't dig into Silo. I mean, listen, you could be on a football team with a guy and not know who his wife is, But I think the best way is, well, I will go over there and I will try to squash this. Now, I can't, I can't control Sasha and all those. And I think Sasha would be a very interesting co-host too. But I think he's too far gone with all this. There's a lot of deep-rooted hatred even before me. But Maureen, what I'm thinking here now is now that if I can go over there and get everybody calmed down and whatever, maybe you and I meet up at a Denny's, we hook up a little bit or something.
I think you'd be
No
beating a
thanks.
dead horse.
If I get a motorcycle,
The
Hey,
only
guys,
thing
listen,
going
Jim.
forward with me, Jim, is if you don't hear it from me, it never fucking happened.
Yeah, she puts stuff out. You can look at her posts. If she's got something to say, she's got no problem saying it or grabbing a link and saying something. But listen, I
This
appreciate
is a monetized channel. I don't see anybody in the chat.
bro. hold on a second, man. Listen, I appreciate you coming on, but I got to go in a minute. I want to wrap up just some stuff that we came on
Why
here
isn't
to
the crowd giving you any
So-
money? Where's the money? You had SoFlo on the show, and Carlos can't. Carlos, how about a few shekels over?
Jim, not all
Alright.
the channels are into it for the money.
Yeah, I'm not monetized anyways. I'm trying to talk. I don't mind. Thank you for coming on. I tried to hit the mute button and I kicked him by accident. I don't know what the fuck I did, but either way, thank you for coming on. I just want to finish up and just address the last bit on here. Hold on.
Mhm.
My bad. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
here. So, Maureen, this is a no. If I get a motorcycle,
Oh my God, this guy don't stop, bro. I was trying to be nice to let him up here, but all right, man. Listen, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We'll check you later, brother. All right, guys. So listen, we got people in the chat asking questions. I was trying to be cordial. They said they wanted to speak to him. He had a couple things to say. He was
Right.
being cordial over here. We had a discussion, and we'll see how things are moving forward. I'm not.
Exactly.
He's trying to
Yeah,
turn
I
it-
mean, letting up a whole bunch of people, it would just be a big mess. People cross talking each other and yelling at each other. You know, it just maybe you know.
It actually
another
went
time.
well.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, that's. You know,
Yeah,
if he was,
I mean, you know, people might think like, you know, he was picking our brains, but we were picking his brains as well.
And listen, somebody just sent over a Cash App. Thank you very much. They want to remain anonymous. I appreciate it. And if anybody hasn't already, if you can hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if anybody else would like to support the channel, the information's at the bottom of the ticker there. Thank you guys to the few people that have. I appreciate it. And listen, you know, we came on here to address the situation with the fucking rape ape. I don't think we found anything else out leading up until this point. You know, they apparently came on and said something. They still haven't shown their face or proven to us any other reason to believe that he's not detained and what's going on. So I don't know. I don't know what to make.
That doesn't mean
Right.
listen. Him speaking on here doesn't mean dick, okay? Because he could be speaking from anywhere on speaker, and you know what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't mean shit.
Right.
No.
And
One
right,
thing-
and I'm going to stand by my phone call. I got the phone call advising me that he was detained, so I'm going to take it for what it is. Now, like I said earlier, if he got out by some freak of fucking nature, then okay, so be it. But at least we know at one point he was detained.
Well,
Yeah.
I was told by the person that I know in the government that it is possible. They told me from the get-go that it is possible that since he's not technically an illegal immigrant here, like an illegal immigrant, for instance, somebody that came here crossing the border illegally or whatever, that's undocumented, they would get picked up, detained, and then deported immediately. The fact that he has been in this country for so long and does have an established residence and stuff like that, they told me that there is a possibility that he might be able to get out on a conditional discharge. So when we reported and said that he was detained, I do believe that he was detained. Whether or not he still is at this exact moment, I don't know. There's been no proof showing anyone else otherwise. And the little whispers and a couple things that have happened on here don't prove anything to me either. So unless he goes live and shows his face, and listen, if he was detained and he got out on a conditional discharge, he might not be able to come on to YouTube or come on the internet, and that'll just further corroborate that we said that he got picked up, and that's why he's not on here.
And that's why
Right.
he's not showing his face, and he's
That's why he's
using
not
all his
showing
sock
his face.
accounts.
And I want to see how he's going to prove to the judge that he should let him stay here.
Yep.
So, I mean, what does anybody else in the
But
What does
besides this immigration stuff, he still has a couple other things that he needs to answer for. So,
Absolutely.
you know, the only reason why he may not be getting bothered by anyone is because they feel that he's going to be deported or something, because that's what they believe.
Yep.
So I wouldn't. If I was anybody, I wouldn't be fucking, you know, laughing it up, and you know, because there's still a chance you might get some egg on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Listen, we don't know any of the details right now. I'm sure more stuff will be coming out eventually, and we'll follow up on it and come back on if we hear anything. If anything changes, we'll report on it. It's all we can do. we can only go off the information and stuff that we told. We verified it through multiple different sources, and we told everybody what was going on to the best of our ability. So if anything changed since then, since that day we spoke to them, so be it, and we'll figure that out when it happens.
It's not Maureen's fault that the congressman tried calling her or
Right.
called her to tell her this. You
No.
know, we
Well,
all know. Go ahead.
No, that was another thing that people were questioning too. Like, oh, how are we just supposed to take a word for it that the congressman knew that they were detained? You know, maybe they looked up the wrong George Espinosa. You know, there's a million people named that or whatever. We explained this on here before. Maureen was working with them directly. They had all of his information, his aliases, his alien number, his name, his photos, the videos, everything. They did not get the person wrong when they came back and called her and told her that he was detained. They did not get that wrong. And we stand by it. And like we said, 2 verified government sources, one that works for ICE, he's an actual ICE agent, confirmed the guy was detained. And I called somebody and spoke to them, and they also confirmed that he was detained. His just whereabouts were unknown at that time. That's it.
As far as I'm concerned, what happened here today is even more proof that something happened to him.
Right.
Yeah, because there's no reason why he can't come on a StreamYard, show his face, go on his channel, grab a link. All he's doing is whispering for 10 seconds on a thing and leaving. It makes no sense.
So at a minimum, I would say, if he got detained and now he's out on bail, if the stars align the way they should.
And to be upfront, I emailed the aide and I put in the video clip of what he did on Shugs last night.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for confirmation as well. I haven't gotten confirmation either way. So
look right here. Eric said, I was on Casperosa's show while I was locked up in Florida. Did you forget that? I did actually forget that. I don't know if I even saw that, to be honest with you.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't. I know for a fact that these people do this from jail.
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense to me. Like I said, this guy can't stay off the internet. Nobody spoke to him for weeks at a time. I never heard of anybody saying that he wished him a happy new year, spoke to him after that day he made that post. So until I see actual proof otherwise, people keep saying, oh, we need to prove he's detained. His name's not showing up in the thing. Well, prove to me he's not detained. Just going on there and doing a search isn't saying anything, because I spoke to people at the Miami field office and at the court that handles this, and they told me specifically that it could take up to a month for him to show up in the system.
Correct.
Yeah, just give it a little more time. Eventually, if he was detained, it's going to show up eventually. If he's out on bail, it's going to show up.
That'll show up too.
Yeah. It's just, things are crazy in the United States right now, so things are taking time.
Yep.
Yes. And there's 262 people in the chat. Can you please hit the like?
Yes, thank you very much if you guys haven't already.
I think you had like 297 at one point.
There was 303 at one point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was 303 in there. Yeah, there was a lot of people. I was trying to keep up with some of the stuff in the chat, but it goes by so quick. I was trying to listen and do that. It's not that easy. So
Nope.
So yeah, if you guys haven't already, hit that like button. If anybody has any last minute questions or anything, shoot. And if anybody wants to donate to the channel, I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much.
And if you enjoyed the show, this is Common Sense's show. Subscribe so this way you get the notifications when it comes on.
And listen, we got other people we're waiting on calls back for. If we find out anything, I'll make a community post and put something up, and we'll let you guys and fill you in as soon as we can on anything. So up until this point, I don't think anything's really come to a head. I don't think we know one way or the other anything's different than what we said, and I stand on that. And there's a couple people too. I guess Casperosa did something earlier, and if you guys didn't watch the whole stream, he was joking around. So
yeah, some people shit like that flies right over their head.
Yeah, or they just listened to the first 2 minutes and didn't hear the whole thing. So just to clarify that, he was joking around. He wasn't serious. And I believe people called. I believe people tried speaking to him or called the phone, and they said that they had the wrong number and shit too. So I don't know.
No. That was a different number.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten confirmation either way yet. So as soon as I do, I'll let everybody know as well.
Yep.
Yep.
You guys got anything else? Otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up. I gotta finish up my day here. I just wanted to jump on and catch up with everybody and follow up from stuff that's been going on the past day or so.
No, I'm good.
Anything last minute? How we covered everything? We might pop back on later tonight. So
Yeah.
be on the look.
I'm just so glad that everything got straightened out between Maureen and Mickey, and they're not going to be fighting anymore.
Yeah. And JT gave his word that he's not going to be bothering Maureen anymore. You heard it here first. So we'll see.
Well, that and $1.50 won't get you on a bus.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Hey, listen, everybody can get a chance to try to redeem themselves.
We'll give him a chance. I could hear her now. That guy put my father's friends in jail.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the shit that they're gonna give him when he fucking pops up. That was worth that's worth the entertainment alone. Well, and here's the thing: if that doesn't, then Jessie should be questioning herself. Why they're not giving him the business the way they did it to her. So she didn't even come on panel; she was just in the chat.
True.
So food for thought. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up.
All right, I'm jumping
All
down.
right.
Thank you. Talk to you later.
Have a good
thank you,
day,
everybody.
Maureen. Have a good day, everyone in the chat. Comment. I'll talk to you later on.
Yeah, I'll hit you up in a bit. And thanks for everybody stopping by tonight. And I appreciate Danny. Thank you very much. The other couple people that wanted to remain anonymous. Thanks for the donations and the support. I really do appreciate it. And thanks, guys. We'll catch up with everybody very soon. Have a nice day. Ciao.